Hello and welcome to our third and final video in our three-part series of our liver cleanse experience. This poster was hanging in our colon hydrotherapist's office and just kind of gives a little bit of background on the insides of our digestive system. There's also a quick little picture of what the colon hydrotherapy equipment looks like. Hi everyone, this is kind of our conclusion to our liver detox. We just kind of wanted to give you guys a rundown of how it was for us just going through the process to maybe help you better decide if it's something that's right for you. So I'll start first. Kind of the reason why I decided to do the liver cleanse in the first place is because growing up I was raised in a bakery and I ate sugar all the time and white flour like crazy. I definitely have been excuse me, taking prescription medication for my allergies for the past probably 15 years. And I'm not a real big alcohol drinker, so that really wasn't an issue, but I did smoke for a few years, for about 7 years in there in my, late teen, early 20 years. So kind of based on that, that was like good reason to have it done, just because, in addition to all the things we go through in our environment anyway, and the chemicals that we're exposed to on a daily basis, having those things in my life and a lot of stress. I've gone through a lot of stressful events in my life. So that was kind of why I wanted to do it. My liver can only detox, anybody's liver can only detox so much on their own. Fried foods also contribute to that. So if you eat a lot of fried foods, you're getting a lot of those vegetable oils that just your body cannot get rid of that as fast as you put it into your body. So that's why it makes sense. That's why people get fatty liver disease, which is kind of a newer phenomenon. So we thought it would be a good reason. I thought it would be a good reason to do that because of everything I had experienced. And then once I bought the pack, Dan decided to do it. So I don't know if you want to talk about you personally, why you decided to do it.
I'm just, any way that I can get healthier is good for me.
I gotta love guys. So simple and to the point. So that was about 7 months ago that I bought it, and I was reluctant to do it because of drinking the olive oil. That totally freaked me out. I was like, that's against everything in me to drink straight olive oil, but it actually was not the worst part.
That was the easiest part.
Yeah, that was, it didn't taste bad at all. My throat is, I always have kind of a scratchy throat, and after drinking that, my throat felt really good.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah, it was crazy. I thought too that I would feel nauseous, that there would be points where I for sure would feel nauseous because I get kind of nauseous pretty easily with things, or I'll have a bad reaction to taking pills on an empty stomach. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to be taking Epsom salt with these pills and I'm going to want to throw up. But I never once had any nauseous feelings at all. It was crazy. I was shocked, honestly. Yeah. And it was not uncomfortable. That's the other thing. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to be in a lot of pain if I'm, passing stones through my liver. But I didn't. There was no pain. You could definitely feel them. I felt it sooner, like within, an hour and 45 minutes, I'd say, before, after taking the first magnesium sulfate dose at 6 p.m. on Thursday. Once we were home and sitting on the couch getting ready to watch the movie, that's when I was like, oh boy, and I could just feel like all these like bubbles and weird stuff going on, like right, in my liver area. So I could tell something was happening. And then, yeah, you definitely, if you do something like this, you want to set aside the time to do this.
Yeah, you want to have the whole day to have nothing to do. The next day on Friday. So, well, if you started on Friday, you want Saturday free.
Yeah. So we started ours on Thursday at 6 p.m. You start at noon when you eat your salad, and then you don't eat anything until the next day at 10 a.m. So, and I did not work out. Neither of us worked out Thursday morning because I didn't want to have this big calorie burn in the morning and then have hardly anything to eat. How about you? Energy levels?
I didn't have any. It was hard, the 24 hours with no food. And then the next day when you're on the toilet the whole day, that's not very much fun either. Even though you're allowed to start eating, you still don't feel like you have any energy.
Yeah, that is very true. And it's going to be different for everybody because it was different just between the two of us. Like, we took everything at the exact same time, ate the exact same foods, and I started basically emptying out within 2 hours of taking the magnesium sulfate, the Epsom salt. And you didn't do anything until midnight. Day. Well, I thought it was midnight. Yeah.
But then I went to sleep right after and didn't slept the whole night. So
yeah. So everybody's bowel transit times are kind of different, and that's just, that's totally fine. That's everybody is just a little different. Some people have faster ones, some people have slow. It's when it's too fast or too slow that it's a problem. But I think all in all, it was really good to do this. It was also really good to do it with the colonics. I don't think I'd want to do this without the colonic.
Yeah, I totally agree. Flushed everything out today.
Yeah, because after yesterday when I was feeling so just like, oh my God, I have a splitting headache. After I ate, I felt tons better, but I still, I got up to go to the bathroom after eating and it started coming back, the headache. So I know it was just the toxins kind of working their way through. And this morning when I woke up and I had my morning bowel movement, there was a legitimate, it looked like a stone in the toilet. So that's what most people, when I've seen and I've Googled, people have pictures of just all these stones laid out that they passed, and it wasn't the case for us at all. We just had the bile coming out. But and talking to our colon hydrotherapist, she said that when you do your first one, that's kind of normal. You'll have just the very little ones coming out, and then some of the softer ones. And then as you do them more, 3 months apart, spaced out, you'll start getting more of the ones that are older and deeper and that have been in there for a longer period of time. So while originally I said I don't think I'm going to do this for a year, I'll probably do it sooner than that, so that you put yourself through this. It's kind of an uncomfortable experience, but you do feel the benefits right away. I feel amazing today. I feel
good.
I feel very kind of calm and just peaceful, and I'm a really high energy, gotta go all the time type of person. Gotta be always doing something, and I've noticed that since going through this, I haven't had that. I have felt very relaxed. So I hope that it leads to clearer skin for me. That's one of the benefits that I'm hoping to get out of this. So in closing, I would recommend doing it if it's something you're considering, and just be open-minded and be kind to your body while you're doing it, and just be patient. What, you?
Eat clean, live well, be active.
Yep. And if you guys want, you can check out my blog at zucchinirunner.com.